Welcome back. It is yours truly, Nick, a Movie AV Impulse. And if this is your first time here, do me a favor. Before we get into anything, hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for every time I drop a video, you will get notified. And today I want to talk about something that I absolutely love, and that is martial arts films. I don't know many people that don't love them, but I have been watching martial arts films since I can remember. So today I want to go over just a short top 10 list that I put together where these fight scenes had real contact and led to broken bones, fractured bones, bruises, swelling, stitches, the whole nine. So let's get into it right after this intro.
You guys got fat while everybody starved on the street. It's my turn. You come with me. I'm at the Plaza Hotel. You're welcome. You're all welcome!
Now, before we kick off this video, I want to pay homage to one star in particular, and that's Jackie Chan. I don't think anyone has suffered more injuries in films than Chan, all in the name of love. Jackie Chan is just crazy insane, so I really want to pay homage to him. While I was going to make this a full Jackie Chan video, it has just been done way too many times, so I wanted to do something unique. From broken bones to real knockouts, these fights weren't just choreographed, they were real. Let's count down the 10 most brutal martial arts fight scenes where actors and stuntmen really paid the price. Donnie versus Mike, Ip Man 3. When Donnie squared off against the legendary boxer himself, Mike Tyson, it was East versus West, Wing Chun versus Iron Fist. And Tyson, who had one of the hardest punches in boxing history, wasn't holding back. In these fight scenes, Tyson was just throwing haymakers while Yen was dodging. Donnie later revealed that during one take, he barely blocked a full force punch from Mike Tyson, bruising his arm, and the impact nearly broke his arm. Donnie admitted later on in interviews that he was terrified fighting Mike, knowing that one mistake would lead to a real knockout. The aftermath, production had to adjust the choreography to protect Donnie's arm, and Mike still delivered painful, real shots because I don't think Mike really knows how to hold back. Coming in at number 9, Jaji versus stuntmen in the movie Chocolate. Jaji, which I'm probably butchering her name, is one of Thailand's top female martial artists, training for years under the same man who trained Tony Jaa. In Chocolate, while there were many fight scenes in this movie, Jaji fought all of these stuntmen and women with full contact. She took real hits to the face and body. She later revealed that she suffered multiple concussion, bruising, and fractures throughout the film. Due to the unforgiving stunts, production was delayed multiple times while Jaji recovered from her injury. Tony Jaa versus stuntmen, The Protector and Umbuk. If there's one martial artist who takes no shortcuts, it's Tony Jaa. He famously does all his own stunts, just like Jackie Chan. Oh, and in case you didn't know, that light kickout was real. No wires, no CGI, just raw skill and talent. During the famous single one-shot stairway fight in The Protector, Tony legitly knocked out multiple stuntmen with real elbows and knees, and in Umbuk, he cracked ribs with full contact flying knees. Due to the aftermath of filming in Umbuk, a lot of stuntmen refused to work with Jaa again because of his strikes being so intense. Coming in at number 7 is going to be Jet Li versus Donnie Yen, both Hero and Once Upon a Time in China 2. Anytime you see Jet and Donnie step into a fight, you know it's going to be lightning fast and brutal. Their first clash in Once Upon a Time in China 2, and the hits were real. Jet even hit Donnie a little too hard, cutting open his upper eyelid, leaving him to get stitches and severe swelling to the point where the crew had to film the other side of Donnie's face to avoid showing the swelling. Years later, when they reunited in Hero for another legendary duel, Donnie's staff accidentally struck Jet Li, bruising him on the left side of his rib. Also, Jet Li accidentally struck the other side of Donnie's eye again, leaving him with stitches, but this time on the other side. Their lightning fast movement made it really difficult to film, but Donnie later admitted that blocking Jet Li's strikes were painful. And coming in at number 6, Donnie versus Wu, SPL aka Killzone. Wu is known for his aggressive, high-speed fighting style, and in this alleyway fight scene with Donnie was one of the fastest paced fight scenes in history. But what you may not know is Donnie threw full power elbows and Wu legitly got knocked out during one of the takes. And the aftermath is production had to be put on hold while he was getting over his concussion, and Donnie later admitted that he felt bad that he went full force and hit Wu to the point of knockout. Jet vs. Billy, Fist of Legend, one of my favorite films from Jet Li. Billy, a real-life kickboxing champion, didn't hold back in Fist of Legend, but on the other hand, Jet Li's kicks were so fast Billy couldn't react in time. Billy later admitted in interviews that he took real kicks to the ribs and face and suffered a minor concussion and fractured ribs, nearly knocking him out on the set. The aftermath of all this is that Billy walked off the set with swollen shins, bruised ribs, but the scene became legendary. Jean-Claude versus Bolo, Bloodsport, another one of my cult classics. Bloodsport featured some real unique fighting styles during the filming of this movie. Most of the actors and stuntmen really exchanged blows just for the authenticity of the film. But the fight between Jean-Claude and Bolo almost got real personal. Van Damme accidentally hit Bolo too hard in the chest, which led to swelling and bruising, that Bolo reportedly got angry, challenging Jean-Claude Van Damme off screen to a real fight. The aftermath is, while the tensions ran high after takes, Van Damme avoided Bolo just to avoid fighting him for real. But in the end, while finishing up filming, Bolo just kind of let it go and there was no fight that really broke out. Donnie vs. Colin, Flashpoint. This MMA-infused fight scene between Donnie and Colin was so intense that Colin broke his ribs after a brutal throw. Production had to halt for a few months while Colin recovered. After recovering and going at it for a few more takes, the harsh reality was they still used the first take. It was kept in the film because the pain in his face added to the realism of the scene. Number 2, Jackie versus Benny the Jet, Wheels on Meals. Jackie Chan versus Benny the Jet is one of the greatest martial arts fights ever filmed. Benny, a real kickboxing champion, wasn't holding back. At one point, Benny threw a full force kick and Jackie barely dodged it. Jackie later admitted that his kicks were so fast they terrified him. But during the filming and the aftermath, Jackie did walk away with bruising and a minor concussion due to the kicks that he was taking to the body and the head. And before we get to our number one pick, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell notification. And I'll be honest, this number one pick probably won't surprise you, but again, it is two movies incorporated into one. And that number one pick is going to be Bruce Lee versus Bob Wall and Chuck Norris, Enter the Dragon and Way of the Dragon. Bruce Lee, the king of real contact fighting, his fights in Enter the Dragon and Way of the Dragon were legendary and still are to this day. Bruce accidentally broke Bob's ribs with a full force kick, and his fight with Chuck Norris included real blows exchanged, and in the aftermath, despite all the injuries, both films committed to Bruce Lee's legacy and forever stamped him as one of the best. All these fight scenes that I mentioned prove that martial arts cinema isn't just acting. Sometimes the pain is real. Which fight was your favorite? Let me know in the comments.
Boards don't hit back.
I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.